This is the GVM PRO 300C RGB monolight, a powerful RGB and bicolor 300-watt monolight packed with a ton of cool features, effects, and specs. Is this the best all-in-one monolight you can buy? Let's see. First, I want to give a little disclaimer. GVM did send me this light to review for free, so take that for what you will, but they don't get to review the video whenever I post it, so these are still going to be my honest thoughts. Now let's get into the review. So with this professional light, just like Aperture and Amaran, you get a really nice carrying case. It's sort of like a hard shell carrying case to protect your light if you're traveling or if you're going somewhere and you want to just shove your light in this case and not have it just sitting out in the open in a bag. The SD-300C Pro has a Kelvin range from 2000 Kelvin all the way up to 10,000 Kelvin, so a full spectrum of warm to cool light. And aside from that, this also has full RGB control, so you can really fine-tune crazy effects and colors with this light. You can also mimic different styles of light like HMI lights, sodium lamps, daylight, overcast sky, and many, many more. This light is packed with presets and special effects. And in terms of color accuracy, and trust me, I'm no expert on this, but it does boast a CRI of 97 and a TLCI of 97. And in summary, that just means that the higher the CRI value, the more accurate the Kelvin value or RGB value is going to be at whatever you set it at. So the higher the number, the better. So you also have flexible power options available with this light. It comes with an AC to DC power adapter, which means you can just plug it into the wall, but they also sell a V-mount power adapter, so you can use V-mount batteries like this. I think it requires two to plug into the adapter and then plug into the back of the light, and that's great for situations where you can't get access to wall power. And that's usually a standard in most professional lights, but it's still a cool feature to have. It's got one XLR 5-pin DMX input and output, and also there's a mobile app to be able to control the light through Bluetooth. There's no actual hard remote like this, like what I have for my Lume Cube light, but if you want to control it wirelessly, you can use your Android and iPhone device and control pretty much every single setting that comes in this light. It also has some fan control built in the light, so you can customize the fan speed to your liking or leave it on smart and let the light kick on the fan when it needs it. Inside of the box, you get the standard light cover, a power cable, power cord, as I said earlier. You also get a fixed strap to be able to mount the power cord onto a light stand so it doesn't dangle off the light. And then you also get the spotlight protection cover to protect the LED itself. And encompassing all of the great features inside of this light, you get this very rugged metal design. I think only about 10% of this is made of plastic, and it just makes it feel really quality and really well built. So I've had the chance to use this light for a couple weeks now, and honestly, I was blown away. I've never really had a more professional light like this. I've been using the Godox SL 60 watt light for 5 or 6 years now, and having 300 watts blew my mind. And for example, around 5% I would assume on this light of brightness is about 100% brightness of my 60 watt light. So needless to say, the power in this light compared to that light blew me away. So if you're a content creator or an aspiring filmmaker, videographer, whatever it may be, where you use a camera, you're probably going to need a light. And honestly, just getting by with one light, and I actually have a video on that in the past that I did before, you can get by with just one light. And with this light having over 16 different special effects, multiple different RGB settings, and ways that you can recreate gels and other lighting effects built into this light, there's definitely a lot you can do with just this one light compared to a traditional bicolor LED light. Let me show you some different examples of what you can accomplish with this light specifically, and you can let me know what you think in the comments below. There's a lot of different effects you can do with just this one light. Like here, for example, is a cop car effect. This one maybe is like fluorescent lighting. You're up late working on a project and there's just depressing lighting in your room. Also, there's a lightning effect. Maybe you have a scene where you want to pretend there's lightning or a storm outside. Also an explosion effect, so you can pretend there's an explosion. Maybe you're shooting an action scene and you want that explosive light to be shining on your subject. And same thing with disco. Maybe you're making a scene where you're at a disco or a rave. You have that effect built into the light, and many more. So now let's talk about the price of the GVM SD-300C Pro. This light is priced at $549 US, and compared to its closest competitor, the Amaran 300C, which is priced at $569 US, the SD300C offers a better CRI, with Amaran only at 95 CRI and this one at 97, and this one has more special effects, with Amaran boasting 9 special effects. This one comes packed with 16, so it's not just cheaper, it's a lot more feature packed. And if you don't want RGB and you're just interested in a traditional mono light with bicolor capabilities but still has the same exact 300 watt power, they have their 300B, which has all of the same specs except it's not RGB and is around $340 US. So it's significantly cheaper but with the same 300 watt power. I'll make sure to link all of those options below as well, including some of the competitors of this light, so you can compare for yourself and decide which one's right for you. Some of the pros of the 300C Pro, in my opinion, are the power capabilities. That's what really makes this light professional, in my opinion, aside from the brightness and wattage and all the specs that it has packed in it. The fact that you can have a V-mount battery option just allows for a lot more versatility in different sets and different situations, because most of those professional lights offer V-mount power capabilities, and if you're a professional filmmaker, chances are you probably have a lot of V-mount batteries laying around, and if you want to get a more affordable professional light, this might be the light for you, because you have the power options as well as the brightness and wattage, all for under $600. And on that same note, and this is probably just coming from me because I'm used to using less than 100 watt lights for the last 5 years now, is just the sheer brightness, because the fact that this is 300 watts blew my mind. And honestly, this does every single thing I could ever want to do with it. I can fake the sunlight, I can light up an entire room if I need to. So whether you're using this for YouTube videos or you're an indie filmmaker, you can do a lot with this light, and 300 watts is plenty for most applications, in my opinion. So is the GVM SD300C Pro worth it? In my opinion, yeah. If you're in the market for a professional light with this much power, I don't think you can go wrong. Whether you're a professional or a hobbyist, this light offers power, versatility, and great value for money. And something that I'm personally learning as an aspiring professional filmmaker is the importance of a great light source and just how much you can get by with one powerful light. If you're interested in picking one of these up or any other options that they have available, check out the links in the description. And if you found this review helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. And thank you guys so much for watching. We have some really cool things coming in the future. If you can see behind me, if you can make out what that is, something cool is coming in the future. Thank you guys again for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys on the next one.